What is up, everyone?
Oh, hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome.
We are going to be doing our tier list today. First time ever, Alex, two tier lists, because this is the first time we are watching two shows at once.
That's right. That's right. We did a live stream a while ago where we did the past seasons, but this is the first time it's two different shows.
Good call. Yes, I guess you are right. We have done two different tier lists in the same stream before. I believe it was when we did season 3 of TNG. We also went back and did season 1. But
Also, some TOS, right? Did we do TOS?
we have never done TOS, actually.
Oh, damn. Well, we'll have to keep that in mind.
Yeah, so we already have the first one up here. Let's see if I can figure out how to get it pulled up. Let's see. Boom.
Oh, look at that.
So this will be the first one, the Deep Space Nine tier list, but we'll get started on that in just a few minutes. We'll let people have time to get in here.
Why is this happening before you finish either season? Let me tell you about a little website. The website is called patreon.com/target audience. I don't know if you guys know this, but they pay a little more and they're a little more ahead in terms of what we've seen and what they've seen of us. So if you want to be on the same page as they are, head over on to patreon.com/target audience. Thank you.
And this isn't new. Literally every single time we've done a live tier list, we've been, still finishing up the season on YouTube with a couple episodes left. So we've done this every single time. I understand. Obviously, we just started Deep Space Nine, so there's a lot of new people that are probably here now. We did get some growth with that, so it might be the first time experiencing it for those people. But this is always what we do, and the reason we do it live on YouTube is because there are maybe some people that don't want to be spoiled by how we feel later on, but when we get to that point and we're to the episodes that have not been on YouTube, obviously we'll let you guys know, and you can leave the stream at that time if you want. But with that being said, there are people who don't really care and want to be able to spend the time with us on the live, even if they're not paying members over on the Patreon. So we like to give everyone the chance to do that. I don't want the YouTube audience to miss out on the opportunity of the live stream just because we aren't fully caught up on YouTube. So that's the answer for that. But yeah, we're going to start with Deep Space Nine Season 1, and then we're going to be jumping into TNG. Let me see real quick, Alex, if I can just make this lighting a little bit better real quick.
Okay. I'm just sharing the stream to my Facebook followers that don't give a shit about
oh yeah, there we go.
About this stuff. Well, actually, they don't care about me regardless. I would think, oh, maybe they care about my wrestling, but they don't care about that either.
I mean, it's Facebook. Does anyone care about anything?
I mean, for me, it's the most active social media site.
Really?
It's making a comeback. I mean, I'm not on Twitter anymore. I mean, I have one, but I don't use it. I have Instagram, but sometimes I get posts that get just absolutely nothing on there. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Oh yeah, makes me look less bald. Thank you.
Oh, let me go change. All right, and this is also our first stream since I set up last week. I went live, and the viewers here help us set up this new background, which we've already recorded our first batch this week of Star Trek discussions for the reactions with this background. But this is the first time we're on live here, Alex. You like it?
I do. I love it. We got a little bit of Star Trek, of course, but we also got some of our. It's all Star Trek.
It's all Star Trek.
Before we had some record albums of musicians we both like, but now it's all Star Trek. I love it.
And we got our first super chat of the stream. Mesa TV, split this pittance. I don't know what that means, but thank you very much for the.
I think I know who that is. That's he works for the cosplay wrestling company I work for. I think that's Steve, if I'm right, and I don't know what that means either. So,
well, if that's correct, thank you very much, Steve.
And if it's not Steve, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Still, either way, thank you. All right. So let's go ahead. I think we can get jumping in. If we get any super chats while we're doing it, we'll jump back over to the chat. But we'll go ahead and get started with our first tier list for tonight. The Deep Space Nine Season 1 tier list. Now, quick run through. If this is your first time watching us do a tier list, or you're somebody that's maybe not familiar with tier lists at all, wish I could get rid of these. I have an ad blocker, but this website was giving me, please turn off your ad blocker. So, but anyway, if you've ever seen us do one of these, S is obviously the best you can be, one of our personal favorites. A is the best grade that you can get without being our favorite. So a lot of times these are episodes that we appreciate the quality, but just for us personally, doesn't hit that top level. And then obviously you have B, we say is for banger typically. C is a good grade. C is a positive grade, but it's just your average Star Trek episode. And then you get into the negatives with D, I personally like to say is either didn't care for it or was disappointing in some way. And then you have the diabolical E tier, erased from canon.
Yep.
So I think this one's going to go by kind of relatively quickly, Alex, because we will have our, DS9 season 1 recap and everything coming to the YouTube after the last few episodes. But for the most part, I think we felt basically the same about a lot of these. Do you think there's going to be a lot of these episodes you won't even remember what they were?
I went through the IMDb, and there were a couple where I had that one, yeah. I'm not going to spoil it, but there's going to be a lot in probably one letter. I'm not going to say which letter, but a good amount of them are going to be in that letter grade. But I think the season had some high highs and also the lowest lows. So I think it's going to be interesting, but also it might go very fast. Yes.
Absolutely. And Sixto, thank you so much for the super chat. I predict a lot of S's on this DS9 and a bunch of F's on TNG.
Whoa. Wait, there's not even an F grade. What are you talking about?
Sixto's great.
Sixto's one of our good buds over on the Bridge crew.
All right, let's get jumping in. We're just going to go in order if that's cool with you.
That's fine with me.
So up first, the 2-part pilot, but it's not a pilot. The 2-part pilot, Emissary. What do you think about? Do you want to go first on this one?
Yeah, I'll go first. I'm gonna go C.
C tier for Emissary.
C tier for Emissary. Yeah, just fine. Nothing that made me go, holy shit, we're here. I mean, there is some stuff where I thought, okay, this is interesting. Oh, this is neat. Oh, look, there's Jean-Luc Picard. But after watching the whole thing and sitting with it for a bit, it's just fine.
Yeah, for me personally, I'm going to go a little bit higher. I'm going to go with a B tier because I think that premiere episodes have a slightly different job than any other episode, really, and that's to set up the show and make you interested. And Emissary did that for me. It did not, as an episode, blow me away, the plot of the episode, but in terms of it got me interested in every single one of the characters and where the story was going and what the station was. So I think it did its job, but it definitely was not one that blew me away. But I would go up to B. So how we handle this is not going to be by voting in the chat, because over on Patreon, for free, you don't even have to be a paying member. Over on Patreon, the patrons are making their own tier list, voting on every single episode. And once we finish on YouTube, we will release those patron tier lists to YouTube as well. So if you want to take part in voting on these, if you disagree with us, you can sign up for free, no credit card required, and the patron tier lists are all there on Patreon. They have their own collections for season 1 of Deep Space Nine and season 6 of TNG. You can vote on every episode as they get posted to YouTube. You can also find the links in all the YouTube reactions. The pinned comment has the link to the tier list. So all patrons, including free patrons, get to vote on that. So since we disagree, what happens then is we're just going to default to the average between the grades. And if it's one grade apart like this, then it'll just round up. So we'll put Emissary in B. And then up next, it looks like these are out of order, so I got to find it. But I know that up next was Past Prologue. Alex, do you remember this one?
Yes, Past Prologue is the one with the Bajoran. Oh, he's an extremist, but he's a former extremist, and you find out he, is an extremist. For me, I'm teetering between C and B. I mean, I'm gonna let you go first here, and maybe through discussion I can pick on one. But I'm either thinking low B or high C.
I liked Past Prologue. It was also the only season 1 appearance of Plain Simple Garrick, which we have watched far enough ahead to see him return. in season 2, which was a nice thing.
Spoilers.
But, spoilers, if you. But as far as season 1, his only appearance, so that is a bump for that. I also really liked a lot of the camera angles in this one. I remember like when he's talking with the Duras sisters, kind of the lower angles and stuff like that. That was pretty good. I would go B with this one. Would you say you were at?
I was thinking low B. So yeah, B's fine.
All right, so we'll put past prologue in B as well. And then I saw we had another super chat come across. Dark Storm, thank you so much for the super chat. Please accept these 20 bars of Gold Press Latinum as a bribe to react to more DS9 goodness. Have fun, guys.
Well, thank you so much. 20 bars of Gold Press Latinum.
And we're already reacting to it all no matter what, but we'll take the money.
No, guys, send. We'll continue reacting if you say.
Yeah, oh wait, season 2 DS9. No, but thank you very much. I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick, Alex. But what does this say? What is the red-headed figure behind Alex? Red-headed figure.
Are you talking about that very distinct and popular species head that's in Star Trek? What do you call that? The Ferengi? A Ferengi head?
All right, I'll be right back.
All right, everybody. Now it's just me. So if you have any questions about Josh, I can answer them.
I don't know why this disc was on top of the mini fridge.
Oh.
All right, I'm back.
Oh, he's back. Oh, shh. The Nagus.
All right, let's go back to the tier list. Thank you for the super chat. All right. So now we are at A Man Alone. This episode, I don't remember as well, but I think it was the murder mystery, right?
The clone thing, right?
Yes, the clone murder mystery. Yeah.
Yes. I remember having a lot of fun with this one, watching it and putting it together and kind of putting it together myself in a way. I think Bashir was involved in growing that thing in the container and all that. And I think there was a little opening with Dax too, a little bit of Dax and Bashir flirting in the beginning.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I don't know what episode it was that far ago. I don't know.
Because I was scrolling through the IMDb pictures today, trying to remember what the fuck it was. And I went, oh, yes, that one.
So what would you go on A Man Alone? What are you feeling?
I love a good mystery. I'm thinking B, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, this was definitely a good one. I think I remember on my whiteboard I put better mystery than Star Trek 6.
Yes, got it.
So I would agree with that B as well. We were a fan of a lot of these early episodes.
Earlier was pretty good.
Yeah, I think it was the first 5 episodes were in a row with, I mean, technically 4, I guess, if the first one is 2-parter, but
yeah,
we really enjoyed them. Number 5, I actually don't remember what it was. Do you have the episodes pulled up?
I do have the episodes pulled up.
They're not in order on this tier list, which I did not create.
Shit. Oh, yes. Babel.
Oh, yeah, which I thought was called Babel when we watched it, yes.
Yeah, which would have been a more fitting title for it because of the way they were speaking. But, yeah, this is middle of the road. This is when the descent down towards that level started to happen, I think. Some fun stuff, I guess, with Chief and all that. Was this the one where everyone's bullying Chief? Was that this one? Not bullying Chief, but, oh, Chief, you got to fix this.
Yeah, at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Honestly, for me, I put this lower than a lot of the middle-of-the-road stuff we got. I think this was legitimately the first episode I didn't like. I'd go D, personally.
Yeah.
You would agree? Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't that good.
I'll have to find it on the tier list, though, because these aren't in order.
Get that purple hue out of there.
Oh, here it is. Quark is the picture for some reason.
Yeah, why Quark?
All right.
Yeah, Quark wasn't even affected, right?
I don't remember.
I think it was, all right, my brain, I can't be affected by it. Or one of the diseases.
Up next, Captive Pursuit.
Oh, geez. That new movie that came out, what was it? Superman, that symbol on his chest. What does that symbol look like? Looks like an S.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
So you would go with an S for it. So just to break down how it works for S's, if it's a little bit different, than the averaging, we both have to say S for it to be an S because it has to earn it. So if I were to say A, it would be an A. We would not round up for that. But I'm not. I'm gonna say S. I think that to dive in a little bit deeper on the context of these tier lists, they're kind of a little bit self-contained in the way that we do them. So, for example, this being an S doesn't mean that it's as good as our favorite episode of Star Trek or anything necessarily. Maybe it is, but we look at the season and we go, okay, for what we like, what's the best and what's the worst. Now that doesn't always mean we've had tier lists without E's before, so it doesn't always mean that there's going to be ones in every tier. But I don't want, and I said this in a recent video that hasn't been posted yet. I don't want Deep Space Nine, when it comes to these tier lists, to have to carry the burden of all the Star Trek we saw before necessarily. So basing it just on DS9, I think an S definitely.
Yeah, I don't want it to carry the burden of all the greatness that's come before it, but I also want it to, at some point, come up to par with it or exceed it in its own, because we've heard such great things about the show. And I don't want to have to say, oh, this is an S, but only in Deep Space Nine. It's only an S in Deep Space Nine. Within this season, it's an S, absolutely. But is it better than any of the other S's I've given in the past? No, I don't think so. But, pretty close.
I mean, I would ask, how would you feel about it? Captain Pursuit, specifically, you did really like it. I mean, would you, if we were doing an all of Star Trek tier list, would that still make the S for you?
Yeah.
It would? Yeah.
It would. I think so, yeah. This one specifically, but I think there's other S's maybe that are low S's, but this one, this one got me on camera. And
yeah, I think that's basically the difference for me, is that it probably wouldn't. I would probably give an A if we're doing like overall Star Trek, but for right now, for this, I would definitely say S. Okay.
Imagine the tier list for every episode of Star Trek.
It's going to happen eventually.
Oh my God. 24-hour live stream.
Okay, well, after Captive Pursuit, what was next?
Captive Pursuit after that was Q-less.
Oh, Q-less. I love Q-less. And now I'll go first on this one. For me, this is going to be an A tier. Doesn't quite hit the S for me, but I loved everything about the episode. And it's also one of those where, look, if you can do something that I would have never expected you were able to do in terms of changing my opinion, you're automatically going to get a good grade. It took Vash, one of my most hated characters from TNG, and made me like her, made me want to see more of her. So that alone earns it the A. But it is a silly episode. It's a goofy episode, so it doesn't quite earn the S. What about you?
Yeah, I was going to say A as well.
A as well? Anything else you want to add about that, or do you pretty much agree?
I agree with all that, and I didn't expect to see Q in Deep Space Nine, and I think we've talked about it. I don't want to see every character from TNG or the past shows, come in here and have to get the ground going on its feet. But I think it was very done well here, with good scenes with how a different commander would react to Q, and all the stuff with Vash was great, and it continued that relationship and story from where they were before. Yeah, it was good. It was a good time. It was a good time. And Q had to do goofy stuff, because some of the Q episodes in TNG he doesn't. Like when he lost his powers, or I don't know, the Robin Hood one, it wasn't that fun.
Yeah. 100% agree. Up next,
Dax.
What do you think about Dax? Not the character, the episode.
The character is I love a similar court type drama, and up until that point, we were begging to know more about Dax, and they give us a Dax episode. But it's more about Dax, not Dax showing us who she is. Just more about the argument. I love the arguments of. It's one of those where we both sit and go, "Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's interesting too." So I'm thinking B for this one.
Yeah, I'm bordering on B and C.
Okay.
I could see a B. It is the first episode she gets to literally do anything, and it's not necessarily great. She doesn't get to do a lot. If I say C, it's going to be rounded up to B anyway, so I'm not really taking anything from it, so I'm going to go C.
Okay.
But it's still going to fall,
just for the record,
into the B.
So you have it out there on record.
Yeah, just so you guys know, I would have said.
Oh, geez, I might need some reminders on this one because looking at the thumbnail. Oh, wait. The Passenger is the episode I'm talking about. Is this is the one with Bashir's wonderful acting, isn't it?
The Passenger was with Bashir getting taken over.
A captured criminal is badly burned and dies in Bashir's arms. And,
Yeah.
and transfers.
Is that up next?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. What do you want to go first in The Passenger? What do you think about it? Do you remember it at all?
I'm scrolling through the pictures. Odo is working with that security dweeb from Starfleet, working with this lady. I don't know. This is treading sea ground for me.
I would throw it in D personally. This is one of my least favorite episodes of the season.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. I'm thinking of another. Yeah, let's go D.
D with it. All right.
Yeah. Let's get D with it.
Give it that D.
All right. Now I think we're starting to pick up hot and heavy here because up next, Move Along Home.
Ah, yes. Let's find where it is on here. Move along home. Move along home. Here it is. Yes, Bashir screaming. Yes. Ah! Ah! The only thing more cringe than something we're going to talk about later in the season was that. I think the most cringe moment of the season was that Bashir. Ah!
Yeah. I love this episode. No. I mean, for a pure reaction standpoint, just when they're shimmying up against the walls and you and I just broke down laughing. It's one of those where I go back and look and I have a great time. Unlike Shades of Grey, where there's no joy out of that. This one at least gave us some joy. But does that change the episode or make it good? No. So it's an E. Erase it. It's terrible, but at least we had a good time watching it.
Yeah, I would say a very small part of me considers giving it a D just because it's funny unintentionally, but I think it deserves an E the same way the game does, where it's just like it's so bad, it's hilariously bad, so it's still kind of fun to watch, but I don't want to remember it as part of this show. So yeah, E tier.
Mm-hmm.
And also it personally pissed me off because I'm someone who loves board games and table games, and that's such a cool idea to get a Star Trek cast Jumanji'd into a game, and they make this episode. So what's up next?
You know what's up next. The Nagus.
Yeah, Quark, yeah. Got another super chat real quick.
Oh shit, what do we got?
Sixto, Ella Marine. Ella Marine.
You gotta do the dance. You gotta say the words and the dance.
She's freaking Dax in her monotone flat delivery of the doing the hopscotch. Oh my god.
Yeah, God bless him.
Take it easy. What's up? Is the game the only E tier they've given in TNG so far? No. We've definitely given E tiers to other episodes.
What other ones have we given E tier to?
We kind of gave an E to Shades of Grey, but we kind of said like it doesn't really count. But I'm pretty sure we also gave an E to Up the Long Ladder. I think I could be wrong. You'll have to honestly. I would just say go back and look. But we've definitely given other E's. Yeah. When the Bow Breaks, I'm pretty sure we gave an E from season 1.
Yeah. Oh, but the Nagus.
Nagus.
I'm gonna go B for Nagus.
You think Nagus is a banger?
Nagus is a banger. There's a lot of good stuff in Nagus I like.
I'll say this: when we first watched it, and if you watch our discussion, it absolutely fell straight into the C category for me. Just pure generic, But out of any episode this season, I think it's aged the best because we just could not stop talking about the Nagus.
Literally, I think every time we record, we bring up the Nagus in some fashion.
Yeah, so I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna put that as a banger. It's a low key banger.
Low key.
What's up next?
Vortex. Do you remember what that is based off the title? That's one of those titles where it's gonna.
I only remember because I had to go back and look at it, and it's the Odo episode.
Yes, and I enjoyed this one quite a bit. I'm bordering on A and B. Odo, if you don't know, is probably my favorite character of this show so far, and that includes Chief. But I enjoy Odo quite a bit, and Odo's journey with this guest character I thought was very intriguing, and I liked a lot of it. But I'm struggling between A and B, so I want to hear your arguments, your choice, and maybe I'll adjust it.
Yeah, I'll say for me personally, absolutely, this does not get an A. I want to give it an A because of the ending with Odo and the random Vulcan showing up to take the two people.
Yeah.
But I can't just forget about the rest of the episode not being very interesting until we get to that point of the ending. So there was some interesting stuff, but overall, I'd probably, honestly, I might even go high C, but I could see, low B just because that ending with Odo is nice. But you were thinking between A and B, so what would you land on?
Because I was only thinking about the Odo stuff. What else happened in this one? Anything?
Napoleon Dynamite character gets arrested. There's the twins where he kills one of the twins and the other one's like all distressed about it.
That's right. Yeah.
And
then I'm thinking about the other episodes in this one, and I don't think I can put this one on the same level as the ones I plan on giving higher grades. So yeah, I'm gonna go B as well.
Yeah, that's fair. We got another super chat. Jack. Grand Nagus Quark. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, yeah. When he says Quark, he goes, oh, yeah.
Grand Nagus Quark.
Rom also is just excellent.
Rom. Love that Rom. Up next.
Yeah, wait. I think I actually have to put that on the tier list.
Oh, shit. My bad.
Vortex. You said you gave it a B?
I gave it a B, yeah.
Okay. I probably would have thrown it in B as well, but either one of them would be B or C. So, yeah, we'll go B with that one. Are you at all surprised that we have not hit a C tier yet? That is the last tier to not have anything in it. Are you surprised by that?
I mean, yeah, I forgot that with all it gets bumped up. Oh yeah, that's crazy. We might have to go through this again.
Well, it might be next because up next is Battle Lines.
Okay, yeah. Fuck. I mean, that one's almost a D, but it's between C and D. There's there's stuff I liked, but there's also, I mean, the end. I know the ending isn't an episode. Someone just said in there, but the ending with Cisco just going, nope, fuck you, we're leaving, with guy from Breaking Bad. I'm forgetting his name, Jonathan Banks. Interesting stuff. Kira's acting, crying. It's in the middle. It's, I don't know, C. How about C?
C, yeah, for me, I would agree that it's between C and D, but I appreciate the TOS vibe of it.
Yeah.
And not in a move along home way where it's really bad, but it was genuinely felt like a TOS episode in the good ways, and had actually kind of low-key forgotten about probably the best fight scene in the whole season when they're down on the planet and they all get into the fight. It was actually pretty good. Obviously, you have Jonathan Banks in there, and then it does have Kira's worst moment, Nana Visitor's worst acting moment of the season and hopefully of the series. But with all that being said, I think there's enough that I would also throw it into C as well.
Yeah.
So we got our first contract filler.
I thought there'd be more C's.
Well, we still got some that could very well fall in there. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. What's up next?
Good one. Yeah. Speaking of C, the storyteller.
Great direction from David Livingston. Great direction.
Oh yeah, you can direct the hell out of an episode. Some great stuff between Chief and Bashir. Some great witty banter, and Chief not liking Bashir. Oh, that's great. And this whole Bajoran village needs to have this guy just scare off this fucking monster. But it's a low C. It's a low C.
You'd give it even a C?
You'd give it a D?
Yeah.
You'd go
at
D?
least, yeah. I don't think I would give it an E because it is saved by I think, isn't this the episode where Jake and Nog are dealing with the little girl? The little girl who's like the leader of her people.
Yeah, but that was cute and fun, wasn't it?
I know. I'm saying that's what.
Oh, okay.
That alone keeps it out of E.
Gotcha.
Because I genuinely enjoy that, and I love Jake and Nog. And when freaking he takes the, they're like, oh, let's go get Odo's, bucket, and then he throws the whatever it was on him. It wasn't Odo. He throw something else on him. So that alone saves it. But I just think the storyteller stuff is so bad, and I needed to call this out because so many people were like, because I had a take in there where I was like, oh, it should have been like a creature. You know what I mean? It was supposed to be a creature. They even made mock-ups of what the creature would be, and then they didn't have the budget, so they changed it to the CGI cloud. So screw all of you. I was right, as always. But so you're thinking, I mean, if I give it a D and you say C, it's going to go into C. So I'll say D, but what it's up to you.
I'm thinking C.
C? All right.
Yeah.
Storyteller in C. There it is. All right. What's next?
Ooh, progress.
All right. I think these may be in order here now at the bottom. So yeah, progress is up next. I'll say for me, easy S. I loved it. What about you?
Yeah, I go S. It's great.
I mean, I think best guest performance probably of the season.
Oh yeah, absolutely wonderful. I mean, Tosk was great. Guy from Duet was also great.
True.
So, but I think about one. But in terms of fully layered performance, and
He felt so real.
he felt as if he was a real person. So yeah.
All right, there we go. Is that our second? Only our second S of the season. Progress moves in. And this is one that, for me personally, if I was doing all of Star Trek, I think it might still sneak into S.
Really?
But I'm not sure.
Yeah, because I was bordering on A for a bit, but I started thinking about more what happens in it. But if I was going to put it into all of Star Trek, it'd probably sneak down into A.
I just love how it was so unafraid of being boring and slow. Like, it just was what it was. And it was like the arrival of Kira. So I love it for all those reasons. But yeah, as the episode itself, yeah, it might fall to A in the overall list. But up next, If Wishes Were Horses. Do you remember this one?
Oh, how can I forget this one with the not leprechaun? What was the character's name?
Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah.
Legendary.
Mm.
We got another super chat real quick. Sid Hartha, I'll be curious to see how the DS9 Season 1 tier list compares to the TNG Season 1 list when we're done. That's a great point. When we're done with this, y'all go back and watch our Season 1 tier list for TNG. Compare them. I'd be interested. I know that there were a lot of C's, I'm pretty sure, in Season 1 TNG.
But. Yeah, I thought we'd have a lot more C's now at this point. I'm surprised with how high our list is. But with Wishes Were Horses, that's a pure D, almost E.
Yeah, I'm trying to recount all the stories. There's Rumpelstiltskin. There's Submissive Dax with Bashir. Probably one of my favorite parts of it is just the whole, like, the Daxy manifest goes to, like, make out with him, and he's, like, convinced it's a prank. What's the prank? Oh, you made out with Dax, loser.
Cisco and the baseball person.
Which was pretty nice. You know, they had a nice scene together.
Yeah, that's why it's not an E.
Yeah. I would... Why am I low-key thinking C? But I don't know.
Really?
I mean, it's a silly episode, but we get Keiko.
We get Keiko, but Chief was willing to sacrifice his daughter.
Yeah, that alone. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. I'm going to go D. It's a fun episode, though. It's a fun episode, but they should... And the ending was so just like, okay, here's the ending. It's not real, you know?
Yeah. So, it's another First Contact type deal. Great. Yeah.
But it's a high D. I would say high D, low C for me. But
high D, big D. All right. The Forsaken.
Up next, we have The Forsaken. But first, a super chat from Alan. Alan, I'm so glad this shite season is over for you guys. Yeah, well, yeah, not on YouTube, but we have been done watching it for quite a while at this point. So, yes, I would say we're glad as well, for sure. Up next, you said, was The Forsaken. This, I think, is the next episode to go up on YouTube. So at this point, if you are a YouTube viewer and you do not want to be spoiled about any of these last 4 episodes, which will be posted in the coming couple of weeks, you can leave the stream now. If you do not want to be spoiled, come back, I would say, around 7-ish o'clock. We'll definitely be into the TNG tier list by that point. Of course, you might not be in my time zone. Why am I saying it like at top of the hour? For us, that's 7. But top of the hour, we'll definitely be into the TNG one if you want to avoid spoilers on this. But all 4 of these full watch-alongs are already available on Patreon. You can watch full watch-along with us, and you can obviously watch our discussions and stuff on it too. But for the YouTube edits, those will be coming. The Forsaken will be this coming Monday on YouTube. So you can go check those out. But yeah, the Forsaken. Okay, so there's your warning. We're jumping into it now. We're going to be talking about these episodes. So full spoilers for the last 4 episodes of the season if you're unaware. Alex, what do you think about the Forsaken?
So obviously, I love the Odo and Luxwana Troy stuff. Absolutely love it. What else happens in the episode?
There's 3 plots. The clearly good one, which is Odo and Loxana. Then there's Bashir and the ambassadors, the 3 different aliens.
Oh yeah.
And then there's Chief trapping the what he calls a puppy or a dog virus and trapping it in the computer doghouse. Those are the 3 stories.
Yeah, 1 out of 3 is perfect, and the other 2
are just completely unnecessary filler.
Yeah, where I just wanted to spend more time with Luxwana and Odo and other stuff. It's teetering between A and B for me.
Yeah, I'm in the exact same spot. If it was just a full on, if Loxana Odo was the A plot and then there was a B plot that was still decent but didn't take up as much as those other 2, I think I would be very confident giving it an A. But because the Odo and Loxana stuff really boils down to like 1 or 2 scenes. But I also want to give it credit. Great Loxana reveal. They don't ruin it. They don't wait till after the opening credits. She's right away in the hook.
Yeah, you just hear her in the background, like, whose voice is that? And then, oh, fuck, it's her. Yeah.
Yeah, and the subtitle didn't spoil it either. So
that's true. That's true.
So I guess I'll go first to be definitive about it. I want to give it an A. I really want to give it an A because of the Yodo stuff. I mean, it's a great Loxana Troy moment, and to bring over this guest character and for her to be so well, and her first non-TNG appearance, maybe only, who knows? Yeah, I'll go A. I'll go A on it. What do you think?
I'll probably go B, but
so it'll default to A.
Yeah.
But you would go B with it
on record, yeah, just because of all the other stuff. Just Bashir and the fucking ambassadors. Yeah. Oh, he was so smart. He found a hole for us to hide in. Oh, great. I'm glad that really speaks to Bashir and his character, hiding in a fucking cubby instead of using some sort of doctor, whatever, man.
Well, if anyone from here is on YouTube waiting for the reaction, you'll hear all about those complaints in the video on Monday. But up next.
Dramatas personae, however the fuck you say it. E. Okay, maybe D.
It's funny. I was gonna say usually we say C stands for contract filler, D stands for did not care or disappointed, E stands for erased from canon. But I was gonna say D stands for dramatas personae.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah, the fun stuff with who is it? It was Chief and Dax on the ship, where Chief cuts her off. Oh, that stuff was super.
Oh, on the shuttle,
on the runabout, yeah.
Yeah,
that keeps it a D for me. Everything else, no thanks.
Yeah, this is just a perfect example of I don't care. This was the episode just behind the curtain for y'all. This is the episode where after we watched it, we filmed the Wrap It Up YouTube short.
Yes.
Of watching Deep Space Nine Season 1. Wrap It Up. It was after watching this one because it just instantly never hooked us, and then it just never brought us in, and it was pretty bad. But yeah, definitely not an E, though. Definitely not something I would give an E. All right.
Well, here it comes. The big one. Duet.
All right, we gotta do it once per tier list.
Yeah.
Okay. Duet. This is obviously a huge episode in the fandom. As you can see, the S is already pouring in here. Yeah, Allie says not the duet with an E. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna talk about it obviously. Really love this episode.
No, this episode was fantastic. And it ends. And we said when it ended with the credits on the scene, that's when the show arrived. It's here. That's Deep Space Nine, and it finally found its footing with that episode. And it was just a roller coaster of emotions and arcs and feelings, and it's one of those where in the realm of all of Star Trek, where hey, you need to show someone a Star Trek episode. This one could be in that list of how important it is and how crazy it is. Yeah.
With that being said, I absolutely would give it an S. What about you?
Oh yeah, S.
Yeah, Duet will forever be when Deep Space Nine arrived, I think, for sure.
Yep.
So much so that I wish that it was the finale, because I don't hate this last episode in the hands of the prophets, but it ain't an S, and it ain't Duet.
Yeah, totally agree. Especially how great would it be if none of the episodes ended on the credits, but the last one of the season did? Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be so good. And then we get this one, which, I mean, for YouTube, you haven't seen it, but very very opinionated about some of the themes and elements.
Yes,
in
the
it.
reaction caused people to cancel on Patreon. So don't worry, they've already signed back up. But it's a controversial one. So stay tuned. Be excited for that. And yeah, I didn't hate the episode. It's not bad.
I didn't hate it either. I mean, I was kind of just poking fun at some of the stuff in it. This was one with the slow mo. No.
Yes, the cringe. This is what I was talking about when earlier I said the Julian, the slow mo. No, is the runner up for a cringe moment of the season, but Bashir takes the cake. But that slow motion and then just the whole execution of that assassination attempt, is just not good.
Just terrible.
Just terrible. With that being said, we get the introduction of Vedic Wynn, who was great to hate, very hateable, great in her role, Nurse Ratchet.
Yep, Nurse Ratchet. Yep. I was about to say, thanks for saying that. I was about to say Nurse Chapel again. Oh, Nurse Chapel. But in terms of if I would give this a letter grading, it's a B.
Yeah, Dr. Buttlaser's school explosion was solid. Out of context, that's crazy.
Yeah. So don't clip that. Don't clip that.
Don't clip that. Real quick, we got a super chat. Siddhartha, prediction: your DS9 season 6 tier list is going to have 20 plus S ratings. That list is going to be lopsided AF. It's the best season of all of Trek. Well, it's going to probably be a year or two before we get there, but when we do,
I hope even more years before we get there.
Looking forward to it. But yeah, you said B. I think that's fair. I think overall the introduction, Louise Fletcher as Wynn, and also we get Keiko. She stands on business in this.
All of Keiko stuff is great.
That's all great. So that and all that, it's a good episode. Also, they do a little bit of an effort to make it a season ender when at the end, Kira and Cisco talk about, what's been going on the station, and it kind of leaves it off as a season ender, as much as I would have loved Duet to be the finale. So I think B is still fair. I think B is fair.
Well, I did not expect our list to look like this, to be honest.
No, not at all. So this is our final look. This is the finished season 1 tier list. I think this is crazy.
Yeah, hold on. We gotta change this.
We gotta change it. I mean, let's just go over from top to bottom. So we got S tier, Captive Pursuit, Progress, and Duet.
Yep.
I'm good with that.
I knew those three were going to be in S. Yeah.
Q-less and Forsaken, only episodes that hit A, and Forsaken, you gave a B. So that pretty slim A tier list there. B, we have Emissary, Past Prologue, A Man Alone, Dax, The Nagus, Vortex, and In the Hands of the Prophets. We considered all of those, at least one of us considered all of those bangers.
Okay, yeah.
And then we have Battle Lines and The Storyteller being the contract filler of the season.
Yeah.
And then Babel, The Passenger, If Wishes Were Horses, and Dramatas Personae at D tier, did not care or was disappointed. And then the only episode we want to erase from canon collectively is Move Along Home.
Actually, no, yeah, that list is fine. Yeah.
I think that's fair. I mean, there's definitely some in B that I like, obviously I would put down to C, and some that you would put down to C. So with the rounding up method, I think that tier is probably the most overestimated if you're talking about individual. But yeah, overall, I basically expected this list, but just with like 80% of these to be down here in C. That's basically the main difference. But overall, I mean, yeah, the S tier is solid. So
yeah,
I'm happy with that.
I knew S and E were going to be that before we started. Just all the other stuff. Yeah, it's interesting.
And that is it. That is Deep Space Nine Season 1 tier list. I'll show it actually one more time. Drop a W or an L in the chat for this tier list. W or L.
You guys suck.
How many S's did we have in TNG Season 1? I'm pretty sure we had
Probably just one.
Heart of Glory and Conspiracy. I think were the 2 S tiers. Someone can double check me on that, but those two come to mind. I think we
Really?
gave.
Conspiracy in S tier? Damn.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you don't stand by that? I mean,
No, it's been so long. We didn't put The Big Goodbye in S tier?
I think Big Goodbye got A.
Yeah, probably I put S and you put A. Because I think that was my favorite of the season, wasn't it? Yeah.
All right.
Maybe.
We got L, W, L, W. All right. Move Along Home is legendary. Agreed. So that was Deep Space Nine Season 1. Up next, in just a few minutes, we're going to get into TNG Season 6 tier list, Alex. Now, this one, I've already declared this is my favorite season thus far in our journey. What about you?
Oh, yes. It's, without a doubt, probably my favorite season of Star Trek. I'm excited to briefly revisit each episode and see if we're on the same page of how we feel about them. I'm pretty sure that the S bar is going to be pretty filled up with episodes. But I'm also curious if any are going to be, I mean, I have a slight idea of what episodes are going to be sitting in the C and Ds, but I'm interested in which line they're going to be. I mean, there's so many high highs and low lows. I'm just very curious about what's going to be in those middle grounds, especially B and D. Now that I think about it, it's going to be interesting.
Absolutely. We'll get started in just a couple minutes, but we have some super chats. Sixto, thanks again for another super chat. Look at y'all with the Star Trek fan inflation. No. That's different.
Oh, no.
Everyone knows about patron inflation, okay? Everyone knows that those tier lists. It was funny when I posted, if you go back to our community posts, when I posted the Season 5 TNG patron tier list, everyone's roasting it for being inflated, for being, everything rated so high. It's y'all voting on them. It's you.
You can put the worst episode of television ever in one of those voting things, and they'll say how terrible it is and how awful it is. It'll still be a C.
Yeah, Move Along Home currently, I think, has a D right now in the patron tier list.
Okay.
And someone commented on that one, and they were like, there should be an F tier just for this. And I responded, I'm like, bro, this ain't even getting E. I'm like, this isn't even an E. And some people rated it S. But hey, we always say, if you love it, I'm not going to yuck your yum.
Yeah, that inflation is nuts over there.
And then we got some more super chats coming in. Webb's here on the stream. How's it going? I love the Harry Mudd PFP there. That's awesome. Seeing it now, I've got new thoughts on the shelf arrangement. Well, let us know. Now, keep in mind, this is because we're on a live stream. We're straight up side to side. In the discussions, our chairs have that tilt, so the middle of it here is a little bit more open. But right now, obviously, yeah, a little bit more covered up than it is typically. But adjustments can definitely be made. Lost my place. Here we go. Bill, thank you so much for the super chat. TNG Season 1 had 2 S, Conspiracy and Heart of Glory. I was correct.
There you go. 3 A's, 2 B's, 11 C's, 6 D's. 6 D's.
And 1 E.
Damn.
Which was, I'm pretty sure, when the bow breaks. So 6 D's and 11 C's. Compare that to this. So is it fair to say, even though I think we both said we preferred TNG Season 1, is it fair to say, just based on this, that in a way we kind of proved ourselves that Deep Space Nine does have the better Season 1 when it comes to episode by episode?
Shit, I guess the facts, you can't argue the facts. I mean, the records are right there.
Why don't we just fire everyone who's in charge of the tier list and hire new people that'll just agree with us?
Yes.
But yeah, I guess that is true. I think the thing with having 6 Ds, for TNG is like some of those I probably would go back and enjoy being bad. But I don't know. I'd have to look at the exact list, but it is interesting. An all-new Doctor Who Book Club podcast. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. TNG is the first season with no Denise Crosby appearances. Season 2, she was in the hologram. Season 3, Yesterday's Enterprise. Season 4, Mind's Eye and Redemption. Season 5, Redemption and Unification. That's an interesting point.
That is a good point. Shit.
Oh, yeah, she was the hologram in Measure of a Man. They bring her up for a moment.
Yeah, that's right.
Great call. And this is a great way to do a fun fact without being a spoiler. So good, congratulations. Good job.
Yeah, I was worried when I saw the first half of that sentence. All I can think is, oh, God, what do they spoil? Remember that name, Denise Crosby,
Yeah. I know there's only a few hundred people here, so not everyone's gonna hear this, but people will watch it later, I guess. Don't do that. Remember this. Remember this for later. Don't do that. Or the opposite. Thank God they never show up again. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
They were gonna continue with this plot, but dropped it. Don't do that. All right. Are you ready for season 6, Alex, of TNG?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right. I guess the better question would have been, am I ready? Okay. Oh my God. Close ad. Okay, there we go. Here we go. TNG season 6 tier list. Now, these will be separate videos on YouTube, so I'll just go over this again real quick. All right, I guess Alex, you want to do the rundown this time of the tier grades and what they mean to us?
Yes. Well, hello everybody. We're about to do our tier ranking of season 6 of Star Trek: The Next Generation, and we have the ratings right here. We have S, A, B, C, E. I went out of order there. We have S, A, B, C, D, and E. And let me tell you what those mean to us. S is top of the top, the best, our personal favorites. When you think of Star Trek and how great it is, and you tell someone about Star Trek, you think about the episodes you give an S. A is for those episodes that are really good, really great, in fact, but they're not our personal favorites. They don't hit that next spot for us. A B is a banger. It's a great episode. Is it the best episode ever? No, but there's good stuff in it. It's just a banger. C means it's a contract filler. It's that episode in the season where, okay, we need to make 26 episodes. Here's one that was made last, and let's get it out there. We have no ideas. D, so didn't care. It was bad. Maybe one or two things redeeming about it, but for the most part, didn't care. Not needed. E, erased from canon. All garbage. Terrible.
Yes, that was a great rundown. So we're going to get jumping into it, and we're just going to go in order. And then obviously, as far as YouTube is concerned, the last uploaded episode was Rightful Heir. So once we get to the last 3 episodes of the season, we will give you guys a pause in case you want to leave, come back, finish it later once those hit YouTube. Second chances will be posted on Tuesday next week. So those will be, coming out in the next few weeks. And then also, just in case you were unaware, because we had our Patreon goal, yes, 3 episodes a week is still happening on Patreon, and we're trying to get up there to YouTube as well. But regardless of that, between seasons, we no longer take extended breaks. So there will be 1 week off after we finish these seasons on YouTube for our recap videos, our top lists and our season recaps. And then it'll be right back in to season 2, Deep Space Nine, and season 7 of TNG, which we're already watching. So it will not be a super long break there. But all right, Alex, first episode. There's going to be a lot of S's this season. But this ain't one of them.
Yeah.
Time Zero Part 2 with your boy, Mark Twain.
Did we put E for Part 1, didn't we?
Yeah, I'm sure we did, yeah.
Because we had that funny moment where we ended the stream.
Oh, E and ended the stream, yeah.
Yeah. Was there anything in this one that brought it up? Because right now, I think for me, it's sitting at an E. Even with the Picard and Guinan stuff, I didn't need it. Or I guess the time loop stuff is neat. It's like, oh, this is one of those time loop paradoxes. What came first? But even besides that, I don't even care.
Yeah, for me, it's like when you're a Part 2 to such an unsalvageably bad Part 1, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, they could have had a great episode, but this was never going to be an S tier. I'm not going to rule it out. Like, it could have been a miracle, amazing episode, but it wasn't. Me personally, the only reason I would say D, and I'm not saying that's my grade yet, I'm just saying, considering, the only reason I would is because I really want to put an emphasis on how bad Time's Arrow Part 1 is. And I feel like by putting this in E, I'm acting as if they're the same, and they're not. Part 1 is one of the worst episodes of Star Trek ever. And so, for multiple reasons. So for that, it makes me want to put it in D. And That's where I'm standing right now. But thinking back on the episode, if I had to think of positives that would lift it out of E, we get to see our crew in costume at the beginning of the episode when they're back in the past. They're all in fun costumes. The scenes with their the landlord or whatever about the play.
Yeah. Okay.
That the stuff with like Jordy and they're in the med bay type area, and Beverly's an old time nurse doctor, and then they come in and there's like the cane that transforms into a snake or whatever. There's enough interesting stuff, but it's just Mark Twain is just so bad. And also, I also will have to give it the small credit, which isn't even really credit, more so validation for myself, because in the first part, oh my God, we didn't know Mark Twain's real name is Samuel Clemens. Oh my God, we've never read a book. Oh my God. No, I know Mark Twain, and I know that he had that wasn't his real name. I just didn't commit to memory that his real name was Samuel Clemens. And what did they do at the very beginning of this part 2? They name him as Mark Twain, which they didn't do in part 1. So I'll give it that small credit. But what do you think, though?
I agree with all your points. Yeah, but I just I just love, almost out of spite of how terrible part 1 is, that you can't lump this in with it, even though it's the direct continuation. But just to put a heavy emphasis on that part 1 was just that bad. I will agree that there's a lot more stuff here in part 2 that I liked more than part 1, and I think that elevates it just a little bit. I'm thinking D.
D. Okay, let's go with D. But first, we do have a super chat from Jack. Bigger target audience op, Star Trek 6 or Mark Twain? That's Star Trek 6, I think.
It's Star Trek 6. We bring up Star Trek 6 way more.
Basically every discussion.
Almost every single one, yes. Mark Twain every now and then. But, I mean, both have pretty visceral reactions, but I don't think we've had
But Mark Twain could have been anybody. Like, he's just Mark Twain. Who cares?
Mark Twain, yeah. But this, I mean,
Star Trek 6 is like,
it's big. It's one of the movies.
And it should have been awesome.
The amount of hate and cancellations and, everyone accusing us of being dumb, especially me. It's
Star Trek 6 for sure.
I love every minute of it. I love every minute of it.
Oh, wait, can we still reference that now? I don't know.
Oh, boy. I mean, he's back. What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? Not my fault. Of course, it's never your fault. So with that being said, Time Zero Part 2 in the D tier.
In the D tier.
Up next, now this one should be in order because I had to create this tier list.
Okay.
Up next, we have Realm of Fear.
Oh, Barkley. Our boy Barkley is back, and he is, I'm gonna say he's banging. B.
I don't know if he has ever been banging, but the episode was a banger for sure. I'll agree with you. Doesn't reach A?
No.
Yeah, I think that's fair. There's things I like about it. It's a good episode. It's an interesting episode, but yeah, I think B is that's a solid B. I think.
Yeah.
Man of the People.
Okay, here we go. Troy Must Suffer, and I'm a little bit sick and tired of it. I don't like this episode at all. I don't think it's erased from canon. I didn't care. It sucked. I didn't enjoy it. I'm gonna put D.
Yeah,
you liked this one, didn't you?
For me, I like from when Troy starts acting ridiculous up until she goes unconscious. I just think that's fun. Also, when Rick Colby, excellent direction. There's a really cool infinite mirror shot with Troy. Besides that, yeah, the episode's bad. So I would go D as well.
Wonderful.
Would not put it into E, but for me personally, like guilty pleasure, maybe I would bump it up to C, but the whole episode would have to be good enough for that. Mm-hmm. I can't say, 15 minutes of the episode is a guilty pleasure, so I think D is fair. So we'll go put that in D. And up next, Relics, the Scotty episode.
Oh boy, let's start breaking the walls of that top grading up there. I absolutely adore this episode, and just what a respect to a classic character. And finally seeing our two engineers interact with each other, and just a great little arc for Scotty. A wonderful scene when they rebuilt the classic Enterprise bridge set. Just a delight. It's an S all the way.
S all the way. That's fair. Not going to be in like my top episodes of TNG of all time or anything, but I would agree that it is an S. And number one reason, better TOS farewell than Star Trek 6.
So you knew that was coming.
You knew that was coming.
You knew that was coming.
Also, they didn't spoil Scotty. They put any reveal if you put it in the hook, you get a kudos from me. If you don't let your opening credits spoil it, I respect that. I appreciate that.
For sure, for sure.
That's an S tier. Up next, Schisms. This is a unique one.
Schisms was an absolute fun one. A wonderful little nightmare, dip down the horror realm, and one of the best scenes in the holodeck I think ever made. And that's saying something, especially with all the other cool holodeck stuff that's happened or will come after this, even in this list. But I'm gonna go that it's a banger. It's a banger.
Yeah, this was an interesting one. This caused a lot of discussion around, what is sci-fi? Because to me, when I think of sci-fi, I think of an episode like Schisms. But then there are people that are Star Trek fans, obviously, in our audience that said, "Oh, this one's not for me because it's too much horror," or it's obviously we're huge fans of horror as well, so no surprise there. But for me, this is what I want from sci-fi. It was also just a reminder for me that we are definitely eventually going to watch X-Files because I want more of this. But it wasn't amazing or anything.
No,
it was just good. You said B, right?
I said B, yeah.
Yeah, I think B is fair. However, I could see myself sneaking it into A, but it's just this episode, it didn't stick with me. Like, I liked it, but by the time we got to the end of the end of the season, it's like I think back and I go, "Oh yeah, Schisms." Like I just forgot about it. It didn't really last with me for some reason.
It ended pretty quick. Riker wakes up, takes the thing out, picks the ensign up, scans, and jumps through the hole.
Yeah.
And this interdimensional species is just gone.
Yeah, I do like the open ending though. Like, were they just curious or what were they up to?
Yeah. And the stuff, they put your arm back, but they did it wrong.
Ooh. Yes. Cosmic horror. Yeah, Eric, I think that's a great way to put it. Cosmic horror. Yeah, that's fair. Or just, sci-fi horror. Up next, True Q.
Ooh. Yeah. I'll let you go first.
For me, I think True Q is a true D.
Yeah, I'll go the same. I'm almost. I mean, it's going to be D regardless of what I say, but I'm almost thinking E.
Really?
I'm just trying to think if there was anything worthwhile in it that says, "Oh yeah, I'm glad this episode exists." There's nothing in this that I wish exists.
Fair, but I mean, just the fact that you just get another appearance of John Delancey, John
Delancey, and Guinan. Isn't she in this one?
No, I don't think so.
Or I'm thinking of a different one. Yeah. Oh yeah, never mind. It's
she's not even in it. But just getting to see John Delancey, it's always good.
She was in a really random. Oh, she was one of the tennis racket with Beverly.
Suspicions. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, D is fine.
I think that is the perfect definition of don't care. Plus the whole, she's a Q, but for some reason she has to do this. What the fuck are you doing?
It's like no one told the actor, "Hey, you don't have to."
Allie says it may be the worst Q episode. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, as much as I don't like the Peter Pan one or whatever, no, Robin Hood one.
Cupid?
Yeah, Cupid. I think this is worse.
That's still fun stuff, like the Robin Hood stuff.
It being my
Q.
shirt. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think it definitely could be the worst. Webb says True Q is good.
You guys have to understand.
You guys don't know.
When this was made, everyone liked whatever.
So up next, Rascals. I don't know, my voice cracked there. Maybe because of the kid element. Rascals, the only episode of the season to feature Ensign Rowe.
Yeah, and it was her as a child most of the time. So
I liked it though. I liked the episode.
I like the episode too. I'm looking at because right now I'm teetering between A and B because there's a lot of fun stuff in there.
Was there anything about the episode you remember not liking?
Not really. No.
Yeah.
This had the great scene with Riker and all the techno babble with the Ferengi.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun stuff. Young Picard, he comes back and he checks his hair.
I mean, this episode had a tough hill to climb, being a child-focused episode. Yeah. Not our favorite, but this is the perfect example to me of just a fun episode. Like, you don't got to take it serious. Like, yeah, is it silly that a Ferengi can just take over the Enterprise? Sure, but like, who cares? It's just a fun episode. I would go A. You okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Well,
I wouldn't go S. I would definitely not go S. But
not go S.
I have no complaints. I have no real complaints. And also, the Riker Picard scene in the conference room with young Picard acting as if he's his father.
Oh yes, oh that was so fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Once I start thinking about it scene by scene and all the great stuff in there, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
On Keiko and Chief, the
Oh yeah, the awkwardness. Yeah.
yeah.
This is a good point from N. Salerno here. The total ADR replacement of Guinan's child actor was off-putting. Yeah, I did think anytime you completely replace a performance with the ADR is bad. But
I'm very bad at picking it up. So I would have to watch it again, but to really see. But
I mean, we talked about it.
But you pick it up a lot better than I do. So I would have to.
Up next, Fistful of Datas.
Ooh, that is an A. That is a hoot. That is a great time. Patrick Stewart directing a Western. And did you know at the end, at the Enterprise, goes off into the sunset?
Oh my God. You know what? That reminds me. Did you know in this episode at the end it goes off into the sunset?
No, I didn't know that. But let me. You know the computer voice. You know who plays computer voice?
Who?
Majel Barrett.
Oh my God.
who was Nurse Chapel, and guess what? She was also Luxwana Troy.
Holy shit, dude. Wait, did you know that Mark Alamo plays Gul Dukat? Isn't that crazy?
Sure, yeah.
Wow.
DC Fontana's a woman.
Yeah. I think this episode, quality-wise, or how much I enjoy it, is the exact same as Rascals. I have no complaints about it at all that I can remember, but it, for some reason, just didn't quite hit that S for me. But I wouldn't argue with anybody giving it an S, so I would say A. What about you?
Oh yeah, A. Yeah.
You wouldn't give it that S though either.
No.
Real quick, Fistful of Datas or The Big Goodbye?
That's tough. Because I love The Big Goodbye, but that ending's always in my brain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and how it just had the perfect opportunity. It's not. I would have to rewatch The Big Goodbye and complete. No, I love the Big Goodbye. Probably Big Goodbye, but it's close. It's really close.
Well, how about this? Best of both worlds, not the episode, but imagine Picard walks out of the room, door closes, and then it cuts to the Enterprise riding off into the sunset.
Sure, why not? Or doors closed. It shows Enterprise going down a smoky street, like the ending of a detective movie. Whatever.
All right. Up next was one I praised the hell out of, and I thought was, could end up being like a top 5 episode of TNG at the time. Quality of Life. But I'll be first to admit, it's not that it's fallen in terms of how much I loved it, but just in how stacked. This is like what kicked off the incredible episodes of the season. And after this, for the most part, it was just like S, 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 the occasional A, down step to an A, So I really love it. Me personally, I'm torn on it. I want to give it that S because that first time reaction watch was so great. But similar to Schisms, it kind of, as these episodes got great throughout the season, it has a lot of tough competition in that regard. And I don't know if I would consider it still one of my overall favorites. So I'm torn. What about you?
I'm with you. I don't think it's S tier or anything, but an absolutely wonderful reaction and one of my favorite Data moments ever. And basically a Measure of a Man sequel that completely tackles the idea that Bruce Maddox was talking about. Oh, you only care about Data because he looks human. And then we have this species, these, you remember the name of them, what were they called?
The Exocomps.
Exocomps, yeah. It's like, oh, now we can tackle that idea that they look like fucking machines. For me, I think it's an A.
Yeah, that's fair. And in my opinion, it was proving Maddox's best argument wrong. That no, it's not just because he looks humanoid. That we should still care about the Exocomps. So I love that. With that being said, I probably personally, just on the record, I'd still give it an S. But we both have to give it an S, so that one will go into A. I'm good with that. But yeah, personally, that's one of my all-time favorite first-time watches and reactions for sure. Up next, A two-parter, Chain of Command. We do all two-parters that aren't a finale or premiere as one. So Chain of Command 1 and 2 here.
The E is looking pretty empty, and it's going to remain empty for a bit. Yeah, Chain of Command's an S. It's amazing.
Easy S.
Easy S.
Easy S. In my opinion, best two-parter of the series. Most perfectly balanced as all things should be. Two-parter. I mean, it's just, I can't think of a single flaw. Jellicoe, what a man.
Jellicoe, the Cardassian, who's, yes, the same guy from Star Trek 6. Got to point out every fun fact.
Much better here.
Much better here. Much better here. Yeah, just two A+ actors just giving their all in a great performance. And the ending scene with Troy, the little heist stuff in the beginning with Beverly and Worf. So much fun stuff here. It's great.
Giving Troy a uniform finally.
Troy gets her uniform, yes.
Even though she doesn't always wear it. But
they got rid of that fish and they ended up bringing it back.
Yeah, so whatever. But yeah, that's an S for sure. Up next. So after Chain of Command, we went over and started Deep Space Nine.
Yep.
And then we come back to Ship in a Bottle.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that's tough. Shit. Another one of our favorite reactions ever. One of the best uses of the holodeck, possibly ever. Bringing back an amazing character from season 2. Referencing Pulaski almost. Man, this is tough. This is between S and A. It's really close. S and A. Oh, no. But I'd like to hear your arguments.
Instinctually, I want to put it into an S.
Yeah, same.
Because it's just a flawless episode. And,
yeah.
No, I'm just going to say it. For me, it's an S. Because one of our biggest complaints, and this is, I won't spoil it, but an episode we just watched recently, we had this complaint where it's like, wow, what a great idea. And they just couldn't pull it off at the end. They just couldn't stick the landing. They didn't know what to do. And here, one of the most perfect endings, the Inception ending, the Matrix ending, whatever you want to call it, predates both of those, obviously. Just a perfect ending of putting him into the cube and tricking us about, oh no, we're in a holodeck. No, we're still in a holodeck. That was all incredible. So for me, sticking the landing is one of the hardest things for an episode to do. I'm going to give it an S on that basis. But also the big pull, the big callback of Moriarty paying that off is incredible.
And stepping right back into that character like he never left. S, man.
Yeah, Daniel Davis, great performance. All right. Up next, we have Face of the Enemy.
If you weren't looking at the screen, we just put a certain episode into the E tier.
Yeah, Aquiel is an E. Do we need to talk about it?
Aquiel is an E. There's no need to talk about it. No, there's been enough words spoken about it. It doesn't need any more.
I think it might be the worst episode of the series.
This is people laughing. Yeah, I think it is. It might be. It's fucking horrible.
I mean, it's horrific. I mean, it's so bad. Makes Geordi, it kills any momentum Geordi's character had. It takes, I talked about, with Move Along Home. So that's actually funny. They're both E. Move Along Home. Oh, I would love a board game into a Star Trek episode. They take John Carpenter's The Thing and make it a Star Trek episode idea, and they butcher the hell out of it. What are you doing? Only cool shot in the episode is the fake prosthetic Beverly hand that comes out of the goo. That is, but every episode has something. Yeah, terrible. All right, Face of the Enemy.
Oh,
Troy is a Romulan.
Face of the Enemy is an absolutely wonderful one.
So I feel like one that kind of low-key gets forgotten sometimes.
Yeah. Great opening hook with all in black and all that, and the reveal that she has the prosthetics on. Great secret agent type episode, and really her coming into her own as a captain or acting as an acting captain, and all the tension in the scenes. The guy who played one of the Romulans was also Tosk in Deep Space Nine. So he was great. I'm thinking A. I'm thinking A. I don't love it as one of my favorites, but I think you've said on record that Troy is your favorite character, and this is one of her best outings because it's not Troy must suffer. It's, Troy must get shit done, and Troy gets shit done.
Yeah, definitely in the second half of the series for sure. She's become my favorite character. The most growth, most improved, whatever you want to say. And this was a big episode. I'll make a comparison to a season 4 episode, First Contact. That's another one where I feel like this is in the same ballpark of great episode, no complaints. It's just it's not one of my favorites.
It's not my favorite, yeah.
Data's Day would be another example for me. It's like really love that episode, not one of my favorites. Don't know why, it didn't hit that level. But overall, I say this is a definition A episode for sure.
Yeah.
Would you agree to that?
I agree.
Into A. All right. Here's another one we probably don't have to talk a long time about. Tapestry.
Sorry. Yeah, Tapestry's an S.
Yeah, I agree.
There you go.
It's one of the best episodes of the show.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's amazing.
I mean, in my opinion, best Picard episode and best Q episode all at once.
Yeah, and really tying up their story together just perfectly. Just amazing. And old Picard with the young
oh, that 17-year-old. Call Patrick Stewart and cancel him. All right. Up next, we're already getting. We've already doubled with the S tiers. 4 S tiers so far already. We'll see how many more we get. Up next, the last two-parter of the season, Birthright. You got part 1 with Data's Dream, Dr. Julian Bashir, Beverly, and Picard on Deep Space Nine. Worf going to figure out what happened to his dad, and then part 2 is basically all Worf with the kids, the Klingon kids at the Romulan labor camp or whatever. What do you think about it as a two-parter?
I don't want to call it contract filler because it's not, because there's a lot of cool stuff in here. But is it a banger? I'm thinking low B. I mean, I love the Worf stuff. I love the idea of planting the idea of a revolution and the kids taking it on their own and all that. And very interesting Romulan, not killing these Klingons, and them assimilating together and all that. The dream stuff with Data was a lot of fun. And Bashir with Data was an absolute joy, and him asking the more personable questions about Data instead of the usual, how about his technical advancements.
Yeah, he asked him the human questions.
Yeah, the human questions.
Like growing his hair, his fingernails, breathing.
Yeah. And seeing Deep Space Nine and seeing Picard on Deep Space Nine in the remastered quality and all that was crazy. Would I have loved the full crossover a little bit, where each TNG cast member gets to interact with the Deep Space Nine cast member, and they're all mixed up? That could have been a lot of fun. But for what we got, yeah, I'd say B.
Yeah. First of all, if you smoke enough, every episode is an S. Nice.
Dude, I would love to watch Star Trek High. That'd be so fun, taking edible.
But yeah, I definitely agree with you about the DS9 crossover. And can I also just say this now, because it's been on my mind? We're only in early season 2 of Deep Space Nine in terms of where we're watching. I'm already so disappointed there's no movies. Because, TOS has all those movies. We know TNG has a number of movies, which I'm so excited to watch. And then Deep Space Nine, it's just like the show ends and that's it. And it's like, damn, dude. Couldn't make any straight to DVD. It's like, damn, disappointing.
Well, Paramount Plus is out now. If Paramount Plus was out back then, similar to with Deep Space, with Disney Plus, they have a place to dump all those IP movies out. But they didn't have it back then.
Yeah. But anyway, Birthright. I agree with you. I'd probably go low tier B. Low B.
Yeah.
Low key B. Because I think we enjoy it more than a lot of people, but it definitely should not be a two-parter. Like, it's a two-parter just because they needed to set up Worf's how he gets there in part 1.
Yeah, and the stuff with Data was just kind of fill time in that first part. And I just can't in my right mind put it in C because there's too much stuff I like in there. So
yeah, and plus hasn't been posted anywhere yet, but we have already seen it at this point. We know the Data Dream storyline does come back, so respect for that as well. So I think that that's a little bit of cheating because I'm talking about season 7 material, but I would put that into the B tier.
Works for me.
All right. How about that? I mean, we had both two-parters that were mid-season this time. B and S, pretty good for two-parters.
Well, that's a very good record for two-parters.
All right, up next we have Starship Mine, also known as Die Hard with Picard.
Die Hard with Picard. Oh, that's a T-shirt right there. We should sell that and get sued. Both for Die Hard and both.
Add it to the list. Add it to the lawsuit list.
I'm thinking banger for this one as well. There's a lot of fun stuff here. I love the small talk whole thing with, you remember the guy's name? You just said it yesterday.
Hutch.
Hutch, yeah, all that stuff was great.
R.I.P. Hutch.
And he just gets fucking murdered for it.
Didn't deserve it.
Picard on the ship, all that is great. The solution is nuts of how they handle that. It's a fun little action episode. Nothing groundbreaking here, but Picard doesn't have to hang out in his uniform. He gets to pretend to be the barber, which was fun. It's a banger.
Yeah, I would not argue with anyone who would put this in an A. Me personally, I'd go B. I think this is a straight up banger, but it's not anything that's, incredible or anything like that. It's just it's a good one. And plus one of the most TOS endings of all time about the saddle.
Yeah. Oh, what's next?
Up next is Lessons.
I mean, do we need
to say anything?
Do we need to talk about this one? I mean, I'd love to do an entire series of videos just talking about this one episode, but I think this one is probably in the S tier if I had to think of a letter for it.
Yeah, it's an S tier. I mean, let's be honest. Obviously, in our recap videos, we're going to be talking a lot more about that one. But my favorite episode of Star Trek up to this point. Looks like we missed a super chat a little bit ago.
Oh, shit.
So, Sixto, thanks again. I know you're both joking, but did you know Patrick Stewart's son played his son in that episode with the Sun? Thank you for the super chat. That's excellent.
Oh, that's great.
That's awesome. Okay, so we got Lessons, the obvious S here, and now we have probably maybe one of the biggest differences between us and our audience this season. Maybe the chase. We were not big fans of.
No, I would go. This would probably be the first C for me of this season.
Damn, C is still empty. That's crazy.
Yeah, which is not. I mean, actually, I'm not surprised because this season felt very high and low lows. But when I think of a pure contract filler and the potential of what could have happened and what they delivered with this huge idea in this 44-minute television show, with what came out on the other end of their work, I think it's just a C.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's not a C in the sense of contract filler. It's not a C in the sense of, let's just get it out. Average Star Trek episode. This is one that the chase should be an A. It should maybe even be an S, but it gets dragged down by its flaws to, I would agree with you, into C. Still a positive grade, but it gets dragged out of being a banger, because they had this pretty interesting story with Professor Galen and his archaeological past and his history with Picard, and then they just completely switch gears and go into this, storyline with finding this MacGuffin, and then they had the awkward execution of the huge sci-fi premise, seeding every humanoid species in the galaxy at the very end of this one-part episode. It's just a mess. It's just a mess, and we have my least favorite Klingon and what could be my least favorite line in all of Star Trek about the biscuits. So. That's going to be a C. I say all that, it sounds like I would give it even worse. But again, I give credit where it's due. There's a lot of the episode that has good stuff. There's interesting stuff in there, especially with the Professor Galen stuff. So I would go C as well.
Yeah.
All right, up next, we have Super Chat. Oh, we got a couple, actually.
Oh, boy.
Wooga. Thanks for helping me appreciate Lessons. Well, you're welcome. Thank you for the super chat.
That's why we're here, to revisit some great TV and hopefully put a new light on it and a new set of eyes. And
I won't spoil what episode, but there's an episode of Deep Space Nine coming that hopefully we do the same thing. Andrew, Lessons is great, but go back and watch Picard's hands playing the flute with Darren in his quarters. Once you see it, it's hilarious. Yes, the fake hands playing the flute. That is pretty funny. That is a fun fact. Thank you for the super chat.
Hands were black.
Just a black guy's hands? Yeah. How did they think this would be unnoticed? All right, Frakes of Mind.
Frakes of Mind. I absolutely love this episode. A pure delight. I think it's an
A. I don't know. I'd say A.
there you go. There you
go. Not an S?
Not an S. I'm going to save that for something else.
This is bumping on the ceiling of A. This is like as A can be.
Yeah. Yeah, I think would have made it an S. Oh, shut it, Jesus Christ! I think would have made it an S if we've made the meme about Picard with the baseball, Riker with the baseball bat destroying that species from that episode way back in season 2.
Mm.
If we saw Riker destroy this set instead of we see him briefly move something, because of all Riker's been through in this episode, I needed to see him go crazy on this thing. Now, would that really put it up to an S? No, I think that's my one little small complaint. If you just got to go nuts on that thing, but everything else I loved. But once again, S is for those favorite ones, and I enjoy this one. I love this one, but it's not one of my favorites.
Well, Ty says this one freaks him out.
They spelled it wrong though.
Yeah, you spelled freaks wrong. Oh wait, Allie fixed it.
Hey, Allie Roth coming in for the steal.
All right, I think we're caught up on Super Chats. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so here's where we're at right now. What will end up winning out? SRA. Interesting, because up next is Suspicions. Here's another one that we liked a lot more than I think a lot of the people in our audience. There definitely are some fans of this one too, but I love this one. I thought it was at least a banger, at least a B, but I might even lean A. I'm not sure because there's not really anything I can remember that I complained about in this or that I didn't like.
Yeah.
I thought you were doing the Guinan fake injury.
No, I thought I felt the shoulder roll. That was strange. No, I appreciate the complete different style of this one with Beverly having a detective noir voiceover while she's doing her investigating work and all that. You get a female Cardassian and Dr. Ferengi. All that stuff was fun.
It's female Klingon in this one. Female Cardassian was in the chase.
See, yeah, these 2 episodes mixed together for me.
But we did get the weird alien guy.
Yeah, yes, that weird alien guy who comes back later.
Yeah, comes back in Descent.
Not
the alien, but the actor.
But the actor, yeah, total Patrick Bateman, Chad.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking B for this one.
Oh, man, I don't know, man. It's tough. I want to lean A.
Really?
I want to lean A. I mean, it's a different type of episode. We get the again, proving that I can like something I usually don't. Narration, and flashbacks. It was a fun narrative structure. The ending with Guinan was so funny. One of Guinan's only appearances this season. I'm trying to think what would take it down to B for me. Just that it didn't there's nothing about it that I would complain about. So I guess maybe is it just not in the caliber of, if we take a look at the list here, not in the caliber of Freaks of Mine, Face of the Enemy, Quality of Life, Fistful of Data's Rascals. I put it right there. I put it there for me personally.
Okay, that's fine. I just personally wouldn't.
I mean, Realm of Fear, Schisms, Birthright, Starship Mine. Yeah, I'd put this over those personally. So yeah, you're going to go on the record with B.
Yeah.
But I'm going to put it in A.
That's fine.
That's fine. Up next.
What is that?
Rightful Hair.
Oh, this one's tough. Geez, I'm not sure how to feel about this one because Worf is my favorite character, and I love Klingon politics and Klingon lore and all that. But with all the stuff that was delivered, I don't remember feeling too fond about it. I'm almost thinking low B. And it's funny how Worf is involved in every single change in political Klingon culture. We get to see Gowron again in the drippiest of drip, which was great. And I love the ideas, similar to Birthright, how an idea is super strong and just, the belief of this being K-less and all that. But did I really like it that much? I don't know. I don't know.
I would go. See, I feel like we're in a similar road here. I'm thinking high C, low B. I'm in the middle of those two because
I'm thinking C.
For a Klingon story, it's pretty mid, but it is a Klingon story, and it gives it a boost. I mean, it does. I love Gowron, getting to see him again. I love getting to see Worf's hair. I love the opening. Late for one shift, and they walk in and he's just, in the fire, looks sweet. And then, it's good. It's just, it gets so muddled. The story gets so muddled. It's like kind of weird. I don't like the K-less performance.
Yeah, no. I
don't know. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking C.
C?
Yeah, I'm thinking C. It pains me. It's hurting me to put a Worf story in the C tier.
Yeah.
But I think with everything else and my enjoyment of everything in B tier, I think I enjoyed everything in B tier more than that one. So
I think that's what'll do it for me. As I look at the B tier, yeah, I enjoy all that more. I even enjoy Birthright Part 2 with Worf more than Rightful Heir. So yeah, C is good. Okay, at this point, 3 episodes left. These are the 3 episodes that have not yet hit YouTube. They are all available in full on Patreon, full watch-along version, not the edited versions. Those are being worked on. Second chances will go up on Tuesday, and then the last 2 episodes in the coming weeks. So if you want to step away, now is the time. We're going to wrap up the stream after we're done with this. So thank you if you are leaving now for joining us. This will be available for you to return to if you want to come back and watch this. It'll also be posted as a video between seasons, so you can see the ending if you don't want to be spoiled. But that is your final spoiler warning. We are now going to be talking about the last 3 episodes of the season. So, Alex, up first, Second Chances.
S.
Second Chances is an S. S for Second Chances. We both love Second Chances.
I absolutely love Second Chances. We'll go into more detail about it. I mean, if you should have left already if you haven't been spoiled, but just the restraint on this episode, the great performance by Jonathan Frakes, and just the idea of rekindling a lost love or a lost version of someone. Oh, I wish I can just go back to the way they were back then, and having that literal opportunity with this one. And just the heartbreak of this episode and the restraint to them to not make it a B movie action plot with an evil clone or an alien. How it literally is
Riker.
It literally is Riker, and the balls not to kill him off,
not kill him off,
and keep him in Starfleet, and just having the faith that hey, he could be back, he could not be, but just the simple option was not taken here. I appreciate it.
The maturity of the writing is what makes this so amazing. They could have done so many bad roads to go down with this, but it's so great. Probably it might even be Marina Sirtis's best episode up to this point. The scene with her and Thomas Riker in 10 Forward, talking about, hey, I was looking up at that moon hoping it was you. And she was like, I would look at that moon, and she's thinking it's Will Riker she's feeling, but maybe I was feeling you.
Yeah.
And it's just so good, so good. And then the tension of Thomas Riker, hanging off the cliff, because it's believable that he would die, and then when he gets pulled up and he looks at Riker for a second, it's like, oh, is he gonna, I just got chills. Great stuff.
So well done. So
that is an S. Timescape. This is a kind of completely different, where this one, I think it's just a fun sci-fi episode. The time stopping, the time wrist devices and everything.
Yeah, fun, neat. Got Picard pointing at the cloud. The great. I wish the entire episode was just all on the shuttle there, where they're all just talking about the conference.
That's the best scene.
It is the best scene, absolutely. I think we talk about nailing the landing. This is one of those where I don't think it does.
TOS ending wraps up real quick.
TOS ending, yeah, but
they get the Romulan and he explains all the exposition to them.
Yeah. Oh, it's a species feeds on this. It's brand new. Blah blah blah. It's fine, but everything leading up to that was a lot of fun. It's a banger.
Yeah, it's like what could have very well been a C contract filler that is good enough that it gets bumped up to a banger. I would agree.
Yeah. Now this is I would say this is a tough one.
This is an interesting one because it's not fair, but I think if we did this tier list in real time before starting season 7, we probably would rate this higher. So I'm trying to completely separate that and just talk about part 1. We both enjoyed part 1 quite a bit.
We enjoyed part 1, and I think people were even saying how much they disliked Descent in the Page and Drakes, and you and I were both confused. I mean, what didn't you like about this? And we'll save the details for later of why people think that, but I'm just trying to shut out my mind of everything that comes later. But I think everything in part 1 was a great setup episode. One of the coolest endings. And great reveals of an old character coming back. I'm trying to think about exploring the idea of Data's emotions. One of the best hooks. Also one of those weird ones where the title came before the credits.
Oh yeah, they changed up how they did the opening. Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, and I think there was a reason for that.
You said you thought it was because of the fight scene. They didn't want the credits popping up during the fight scene.
Probably, yeah. That was my guess.
Yeah, it was interesting.
It's I want.
I'll just say where I'm at. I'm leaning between C and B.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
Okay.
it's right there, but I'm thinking C only because of what's to come. But I think on its own as an episode, it's a B.
Yeah, separating part 2 and just looking at it from part 1, I enjoyed the story of Data killing the Borg and not knowing why. Not only he got angry, but why he felt pleasure. And it's a great moment in the counseling session with Troy where he's like, there are no bad emotions. It's just what you do with them. He's like, well, okay, how about this? I felt fucking pleasure. And she just stares at him like, well, shit.
Well, yeah.
So I loved all of that. And then the lore reveal at the end.
Yeah.
Good. I loved it. Was over the top. It's goofy. It's almost kind of comic booky, but I loved that ending of it's me, Lore, and then Data comes out. The Sons of Soong are reunited. It's some dumb pro wrestling shit. I loved it. So I feel like I want to go B. I feel like I'm going to go B. Banger, you agree with that?
Yeah. Descent Part 1. Part 1.
Which is it's just called Descent, actually.
Oh, is it really?
So we weren't sure it was part 1, but we kind of knew. We kind of knew once what was happening. We were like, yeah, this is gonna be a part 1.
That's right. What's this called? Descent. Yeah. But in terms of what we're talking about, just the first part is a banger.
All right.
Look at that list.
Here is the season 6 tier list. I'm going to be a little bit honest. A little bit shocked there aren't more S grades. I mean, we have 6. We have Relics, Chain of Command, Ship in a Bottle, Tapestry, Lessons, and Second Chances. Those are our 6 S tiers. I'm good with that. I love all of those. Those are all amazing episodes. Then we got Rascals, Fistful of Datas, Quality of Life, Face of the Enemy, Freaks of Mind, and Suspicions in the A tier. Bangers, we have Realm of Fear, Schisms, Birthright 2-parter, Starship Mine, Timescape, and Descent. Contract filler, yet again, very low amount of episodes. The Chase and Rightful Heir. And then the D tier, didn't care or disappointed by Time Zero Part 2, Man of the People, and True Q, and only one E tier yet again, and that's Acquiel.
Yeah, I'm okay with that list. Freaks of Mind is really close.
To S?
Really close.
Yeah, like we said, it's bumping up.
Yeah.
It's bumping up on that S tier, but not quite.
Yeah.
Also, there's a lot of these I could switch around, to be honest with you. Like, if like Schisms was someone said Schisms was an A, I wouldn't disagree. Like if
Yeah.
If obviously you gave Suspicions a B, so there's definitely some fluidity here on this one. But I think the S tier is those are all just
those are
incredible.
Those are set in stone.
I mean that is why the season was as amazing as it was, and then the A tiers as well. I mean this right here, that's 18 out of 26 episodes we thought was a banger or higher.
That's really good.
That's incredible.
That's really good.
And only 4 episodes we didn't like, with only 1 being really bad. So I think that's pretty good. W or L in the chat. Let us know. Here's the list. W or L in the chat.
So we've got a super there.
Yes, we have a super chat. Jack, if you guys could see any theme or story from season 6 revisited later in Trek, what would it be and how?
Any theme? Okay, then we've theme. Any theme story? What's Thomas Riker up to? I'd love to see what that's going. I don't know. Theme or story continued. Let me go episode by episode here. Let me think.
I mean, I would say if we hadn't have already started season 7, just the whole idea of Data dreaming and going through more evolution. But like I said, we are up through episode 7 now of season 7 of TNG, so we know that does come back. But that's definitely one I would have said I wanted more time with. What does that mean for Data? And just Data's overall evolution. Now that we're in the last season, I understand he's not going to be a full human, but like let's get back to getting him closer to that goal. Doing stuff to learn more about being human, for sure.
Yeah, no, a lot of these stories have great buttons on them, and I'm okay with with how they wrapped up for the most part. I mean, characters I'd like to see again, of course, Barkley and Guinan and all that. But in terms of where things ended up at the end of those episodes, I'm very happy with them. But actual themes, I don't know. Maybe revisit the humanoid thing a bit better in a film instead of a TV show. Other species being humanoid because of this one species. This I guess the creatures from Schisms, or even the creatures from Time Zero, because they're both kind of just fucked off. What if they come back somehow? I don't know. It's tough. I don't care about the Q lady.
Yeah, I hope she does not return. But yeah, overall, great season. That's the tier list. We'll stay on for a few more minutes if you guys want to send in any super chats, any questions you got for us. But in the meantime, we've already recorded, obviously, our season 6 recap stuff, and we are into season 7 quite a bit. So for us in real time, this is the very last we'll ever be talking about season 6 of TNG as its own individual thing.
I don't like hearing that at all. I'm not ready to. I have this reaction every time we finish a season where I'm not ready to let it go, because that means we're getting closer and closer to the end. But I'm glad we can sit here with these moments and reminisce about a pretty much almost perfect season of television where all the dominoes lined up and fell perfectly, and it's the emotional weights that a fake TV show can make me feel more than anything that's happened in my real life, which is sad. But obviously, TV shows have those elements of manipulation that real life doesn't have. I don't know how else can I gerrymander? What's the word for it? Not gerrymander. What's
Filibuster.
Filibuster. How else can I filibuster to keep this season alive?
Harry says Aquiel or Move Along Home.
Why you gotta ask me that?
For me, it's easy. Move Along Home.
Yeah, Move Along Home. I at least laughed during Move Along Home.
Yeah, it broke us a little bit.
Yeah, it was great. You should go watch that video right now. But nothing in Aquiel was anything of redemption.
Yeah, so definitely Move Along Home. Thank you very much for the super chat. Allie asks, do you think you'll cry when you finish TNG Season 7? I don't think I'll cry just from, like, the credits hitting. Now, the finale could make me cry. I don't know what happens in the finale. No spoilers. But just the idea that we finished it, no, I don't think that'd be enough to make me cry unless we have a good amount of drinks that day.
Yeah, I'm gonna be drinking all day that day.
Oh well,
because
he doesn't even want to remember the finale.
No, because then I can just watch it again. No, I don't think it's tough. I can never gauge when I'm going to tear up. We just watched an episode where I thought I definitely should have cried, but didn't.
And I did. Tears coming.
Yeah, so I can never gauge when I'm going to. It's tough. Sometimes it's not about the sadness. Sometimes it's about the moving. Like Redemption 2, for example, that got me teared up at the end, and it wasn't emotion. It was more of a I get to feel something. I love when episodes make me feel something in my body.
Yep.
Make me that where I can carry the weight of what they're doing in this fake fucking TV show, and it can make me have a visceral human reaction. It's the coolest thing ever. God, I love the WWE.
I love the WWE. No one knows that reference, but that's okay.
But I find it so fascinating when fake things and just how words and performances of all can just bring that stuff out of me. It's my favorite thing in the world. It makes me feel connected to this thing that was filmed and edited and posted on television before I was even born. It's so weird, but it feels so personable to me and makes me feel something. I don't know.
100%.
It's fascinating to me.
Well, Kingpin, thank you for the super chat. The Klingon captain from the chase needs a series. Absolutely not. But thank you. But thank you for the super chat.
Oh yeah, that's a terrible Klingon, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the bad one.
Yeah. What? Why that? Oh yeah, I don't know about that, bud.
Out of all the shows you've watched outside of Trek, has any of them moved you as much as this? And any show you've watched in your life?
How I Met Your Mother got me.
I cried at the finale of How I Met Your Mother, which is, I mean, No spoilers, I guess.
There were moments in that show that made me cry, but I can't remember. I think the finale more.
Pissed you off?
Yeah.
Yeah, I cried. I mean, it's sad. No spoilers. But you know what actually gets me the most emotional from How I Met Your Mother? The season 4 finale. Should I spoil it? Is anyone?
What characters does it involve?
Ted. The last scene of the season 4 finale.
Which woman was he dating?
It's not really about a woman that he's dating.
Oh.
I'd have to go into it.
Okay.
I'm gonna spoil. It's not even really a spoiler. It's just I'll talk generally about why it made me. I didn't cry, but it made me. I love it so much. So there's always in How I Met Your Mother, narrated by rest in peace Bob Saget, and he always says things about the mother, right? Like they're hinting at it throughout the whole show. Like, oh, your mother. Little did you know, your mother did this or that. And in the season 4 finale, Ted goes through a lot in season 4, like fucking a lot from a relationship standpoint. And the last scene is Bob Saget recounting the whole season and being like, "Oh, a lot happened to me that year. This happened, and like goes over all the shitty things." And he's like, "But it was the best year of my life." And he's like, "Because if I hadn't have gone through all of that, I never would have taken this job." And he gets a job as a teacher.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's like, "And little did I know, your mother was in that class." And then that's the end of the season. Oh, goosebumps. That's not really a spoiler because it's season 4. The mother's not in the show for a long time.
Yeah, but that was the first teaser of we're getting close to.
Yeah, we're getting close.
Oh yeah,
and,
I remember that. Yeah.
I remember when I first saw it, I was like, oh, because you first see it, you're like, oh, the mother's gonna be there, season 5. No, she's not.
She's not.
She's not. But but just the idea of you go through so much shit in your life. And we've talked about this before recently. Like you go through so much shit in your life, but it's like if you don't, if everything doesn't happen exactly the way it's supposed to, maybe this doesn't happen, or the 500 Days of Summer, right? Like it's like it has to happen this way. And so yeah, that really got me.
Yeah. There's been character deaths in TV shows that have gotten me. Or there was one that died, or the season finale of The Mandalorian season 2 is one of the whole reasons I wanted to start this channel because of what happened there. I'm trying to think of other TV shows I like.
Chris brings up one. He says 6 Feet Under made him cry like a baby. You like that show?
I fucking love 6 Feet Under. Yes. I'm pretty sure that show has made me cry. And oh God, I love that show. I mean, I'd love to get this guy to watch. For making my friend watch, I'd love to have him watch that. That's a good one.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it. I'm definitely down. So, is it like an emotional show? I know you've given me like the basic premise about it. Like
it's
it's
a very personable show about a whole bunch of characters and all pretty much morally gray and very good. And it's got your boy in it, Michael C. Hall.
Yeah, Michael C. Hall from Dexter. Dexter never made me cry or emotional, but it has some of the best episodes of TV I've ever seen, for sure. I'm just gonna pull this one back up because it's what we were talking about. But yeah, I think that those are the big ones for me. I'm trying to think of any other TV show as really like a scripted TV show has moved me.
The Office with Jim and Pam. That stuff got me. I mean, that's one of those.
I wish you knew you were in the good old days when you're actually in them. Classic line.
Yeah.
One of the best series finales of all time, I think. I mean, they just nailed it.
Yeah, it was a pretty good one. It was really good. Yeah, everything with Jim and Pam just completely train wrecked me. And finally getting that payoff of them and all. Not really a spoiler. I think everyone.
Yeah, I think everyone is aware of Jim and Pam. Yeah,
of them getting together and all that. Also, one of my favorite season finales is season 1 of How I Met Your Mother when what's his name? Lily.
Oh, Lily and Marshall at the end of season 1.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Tough pill to swallow. Also, everything with don't want to spoil it, but Marshall's dad, everything with that.
Oh my God, that's one of the things that emotionally wrecked me.
Yeah,
with his dad. Oh yeah, fucked me up.
I'm sure it would hit me even harder now, but yeah, even at the time, I mean, I was young, but even at the time, like, I was like, damn, that's tough. And underrated actor, Jason Segel.
Yeah, should do more stuff. Trying to think of all the shows I like. True Detective season 1, Lost, Breaking Bad. I like The Sopranos. Haven't finished it.
I mean, my favorite show is Arrested Development, but it's not really like an emotional or moving show. I mean, there's stuff in it, but it's not really about that.
Yeah.
It's just hilarious. BoJack Horseman is hilarious, but it also gets pretty depressing.
Yeah, I need to watch that because I've heard that's very depressing. Black Mirror has gotten me a few times emotionally. Season 4, episode 4, Be Right Back. I mean, not Be Right Back. Hang the DJ. It's one of my favorites.
Be Right Back
in
is
season 2.
Haley Atwell, right?
Yeah, in season 2 is one of my favorites as well. That gets me. Haley Atwell and Domhnall Gleeson.
Yes. What got me? I mean, I love San Junipero, the Black Mirror episode, and I love. I mean, yeah, Hang the DJ would be up there. I'm trying to think of like other really ones that really like. Oh, the one with the kid with the on the phone where they're like, I forget what it's called, but it's like the on the phone they're like making him do stuff, and at the end they reveal why he has to do it, like the blackmail they have over him.
Oh, yeah.
I forget what it's called.
Shut Up and Dance.
Shut Up and Dance. Yeah, that one was not emotional, but the ending was mind blowing. Also, the very first episode,
the one with the pig.
With the pig, yeah.
Yeah, that's that was a great the balls for your debut show for that being the first episode.
Oh yeah, of course we love White Christmas, the Black
Christmas. Emotionally, yeah.
Did a full video breakdown on that one. You can go check out.
Yeah, but season 1, episode 3 also. I love season 1's great. Both with 15 Million Merits or whatever with
Daniel Kaluuya.
Daniel Kaluuya, and then the entire history of you. The ending of that one, or that whole that show's great. I love that show.
Well, Doombringer says a lot of Buffy episodes as well.
A lot of Buffy episodes. What?
I think moved emotionally. Hey.
Good for you.
Good. I'm glad.
I'm glad someone likes it. Yes, I've watched more TV shows. I want to say I have, but I'm just blanking on them.
Yeah, it's usually how it goes.
But also, you know me, I have no time to watch TV.
I have no time to watch TV. What the hell? Also, when it comes to like emotionally moving me, I feel like the reason Star Trek has been so special is that it is kind of the first ones that's been able to hook me and do that. Usually it's films that are like you watch them for the first time and you go, oh, The Prestige, Prisoners, like, there's a number of them that you're like, it moves you for various reasons. I'm not talking just tears, but just, you have that incredible experience.
Mm-hmm.
But TV show, it's a little bit tougher because, you
have to be bought in. You got to have the time to watch it.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, back then I was very committed to, I think you guys already finished How I Met Your Mother, and I was committed to finishing it as well. And that was tough for me because sitcoms aren't usually my thing. Because the sitcom plot was kind of it's
very episodic.
Very episodic. But in the midst of all those, similar to Star Trek, there's great emotional stuff in there, little emotional nuggets. But sometimes it's, we have to go around on the rapid around New York City. Oh, there's Maury. And I love seeing Maury. But a lot of it's like, let's get to the grief. Let's get to the damage here.
Oh, I think Greg is pointing out that Morn, I think, fell over behind us there.
Oh, yeah. I'll get him. Oh, shit. Oh.
There we go. There's Morn.
Oh.
All right, well, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I think we're caught up on all the super chats, so thank you for everyone that was here. Hope you, if you were here the whole time, hope you enjoyed the tier lists, even if you put L's in the chat. Still appreciate it. And this was a lot of fun for a short little live stream here. And like I said, you'll be starting Monday. We'll get back to the YouTube edits, finish off these seasons, short break for the recaps, and then we're jumping into the next seasons, as well as Horror Gallery coming back really soon to the YouTube. It's already over on the Patreon, a few full watch-alongs. So those are coming as well. Got some other stuff still going on, Superman and whatnot. We got a lot. We're kind of all over the place right now from the first half of the year, just trying to get it all back together so we can get a little bit more streamlined into next year. But we'll finish this year strong. Anything you want to say, Alex, to finish off?
No, I want to thank you all for being here. Hopefully we didn't make you too upset with our opinionated facts of what we think about the shows and the movies.
Everything we say is objective.
But no, thank you all so much for being here. I think we were over 330 at some point, which is amazing. It's great. Thank you so much. And I hope you guys will stay here forever.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. I will see y'all later.
I will too.